The following video is rated PG for puzzling gameplay. Viewer discretion is advised.
Is Poochy stupid? Is Poochy to be blamed for everything? We will see if our 14 competitors change their tune after today's matches. Everyone is here for the Poochy Open. Hello puzzlers, this is your head tournament organizer, Cards of the Heart. Welcome back to the League of Puzzle Speedrunners Tetris Attack Speedrun Tournament 2025, and welcome to the Poochy Open. Poochy is a bit of a polarizing figure around here, puzzlers. Some people want to claim that Poochy is not stupid, others want to beat up plushies in an attempt to hopefully not beat up the real thing. But anyway, of the players that have registered and qualified for the past tournaments, everyone is here for this one, even players who have not been able to participate after qualifying due to various issues. We have 14 players for today's festivities, and hopefully by the end of it we will know where everyone in the tournament picture stands going into the second half of our little championship series that we've got going on here. But first, if you're tuning into this game for the first time and you're not exactly sure how everything works, allow me to take a couple minutes of your time to explain how this game works and how we are playing it in this tournament. Tetris Attack is a Match 3 puzzle game released for the Super Nintendo in North America and Europe based on the Super Famicom game Paled Upon. It was also localized and broadcast through the Super Famicom's Satellaview add-on multiple times throughout its service. Both versions are playable in this tournament. Swapping up to 2 panels in your stack at a time, match at least 3 panels of the same color horizontally or vertically to make the panels disappear. Simply matching 3, however, will not be enough to win. You need to make combos and chains to not only stop your stack's gradual rising for a short time and prevent your stack from breaking through the top of your field, but also send garbage to your opponent to force their stack to the top of their field. Make combos by matching more than 3 panels at once. The amount of time they stop rising the stack is minimal, but so is the amount of time their garbage makes the opponent's field shake. Quick wins can be achieved if you stack combo garbage correctly. Make chains by linking sets of matches together. Make one set of panels disappear and then let the panels directly above them fall into another match. Their garbage makes the opponent's field shake more, but they stop the rising stack for much longer. Forcing your opponent's stack to the top is more consistent with larger chain garbage. To beat the CPU opponents, you must either make sure that they run out of time while their stack is topped out, send so much garbage that they can no longer make a move, or send garbage in a way to make them think they can no longer make a move. Due to how combo garbage is handled in this game, this is by far the least likely scenario. In Versus mode, the easy level has 10 stages, the normal level has 11, and the levels hard and V-hard as we call it have 12. In this tournament, players will be racing each other through all of those stages to defeat the final stage as fast as they can. The player who does that first wins the race. The player who wins a predetermined number of races first wins the match. Best of luck to all of our players. This is the third of our LPSTA 2025 qualifying. We've done 2 of these, so some of you watching may be familiar with the procedure, but let's go over it real quick for anyone that is new to our monthly Tetris Attack tournaments. We have 14 players, so the first 2 rounds of the tournament will be of the exact same format. It is our popcorn level pick of each of the first 3 game levels: easy, normal, and hard. So the players in these matches will agree to the first level to be played, and in the case of most of the matches we have today, if not all of them hopefully, we'll be doing 2 matches side by side, and all 4 players have agreed on one of the first levels to play. And then the losers of those races will have to counterpick one of the other levels until all of the levels have been played or we have a winner. The first 2 rounds will hopefully be played in their entirety today, and they will be best of 3 speedrun races. So the first to 2 wins the match. Tomorrow we will get into our semifinals and finals, where all the matches will be played on the hardest difficulty. We call it V-Hard. Semifinals will be best of 3, finals will be best of 5. And the players will be playing for an automatic spot in the top 8 of our major tournament next March if they were to win. But everyone that does play and wins at least 1 match will get some points towards qualifying seeding for the major tournament. The points system works out a little bit like this. With 14 players, we will have the champion of the tournament earn 13 points towards their seeding. The runner-up gets 7 points, top 4 3 points, and everyone in the top 8 will end up with 1 point. Let's take a look at how those points shake up currently. It is Bbforky at the top by virtue of his Poochy Open win with 14 points. 6. The Lakitu Open winner is second with 13 points. Beefin and myself are tied with 10 points, but Beefin has the head-to-head win over myself for the 3rd seed. FFR Pro 21 is 5th with 6 points, but there are some players looming in the back like Skell, like Yuki Saka, like Tetris Attacker. Ty and GamerX459 have all scored points so far. But we've got people in this pool looking to score their very first points of the major tournament series. Kanayo, Corey BLD, ilikebeingsmart, and Razorflame are all capable of making some major noise happen. And yes, everyone in this standings list is here for this Poochy Open. So I am looking forward to seeing how everyone stacks up against each other when this is all said and done. As always, our players are playing ultimately for a part of our crowdfunded prize pool, sitting at $127 now of our goal of $500. At present, this prize pool will be awarded to the top 4 of the gold bracket from our major tournament, amongst a few other places like the winners of our side tournaments, the winner of the silver consolation bracket, and a little randomly raffled off prize. But if we reach our initial stretch goal of $500, puzzlers, then that top 4 will get expanded to the top 8. And then if we hit a further goal of $1,000, then the entire gold bracket, the whole top 16, will get paid a little bit from the pool, and even the runner-up from the silver bracket will get a little share of the pool. So if you have some change to spare and feel like supporting our players for the efforts and the time they are volunteering to make these tournaments happen, like Beefin just did, throwing $13 into the pool to make it a nice $140. Appreciate that as always, Beefin. Not sure he's had time to do that and warm up for his match coming up, but appreciate it as always. For this tournament, let's take a look at how our players qualified. The qualifying procedure is that everyone had 1 hour to perform a live run of each of the 4 versus levels in the game that we play in this tournament. We'll start out at the bottom with GamerX459 and Razorflame having a little bit of a struggle with V-Hard, as I think a lot of people had struggles with V-Hard in this month's qualifying. Not too many great times that we saw in that category. So Gamer finished with 83 points. Razorflame was 75 points to round out the bottom. The 9 seed this time around is Tetris Attacker, just like last time, actually. Followed by Kanayo, ilikebeingsmart, and Skell. A very hotly contested grouping for those seeds. As we move into the top 8 now, the Lakitu Open Champion 6 got the 5th seed, and the Bumpty Open Champion Bbforky got the 6th seed, with Ty and Corey BLD rounding out the top 8. And then the top 4, where all of the top times happened. It was actually the 4 seed Yuki Saka who got the best V-hard time in qualifying, being good enough for the 4 seed. Then it was the thebfin314 getting the top easy and hard times for the 3 seed. FFR Pro 21 doing all around good enough job in all the levels, especially with that 846 V-hard to clinch the 2nd seed. And then I still don't know what happened. I kind of played out of my mind during my normal run, getting a 6:10, being within 15 seconds of the current record time. That being enough to get the overall top seed. We'll see if I'm able to actually defend it this time around. And here is our bracket. I did have to do a double take before launching the show, because at the very top it is exactly the same as before. Corey BLD and Tetris Attacker will be facing off against each other in round 1, and the winner of that match will be taking on yours truly once again. So, a little bit of deja vu there. I had to make sure I had the right bracket loaded. And then we will see Yuki Saka and GamerX459. 6 and Skell will be running their match back. And then Ty and Kanayo will face each other, and the winner of that playing FFR Pro 21. But first off, today we will have the 2 bottom matches of our bracket. The thebfin314 versus Razorflame, and the Bbforky versus ilikebeingsmart. I have not kept track of how many times Forky and Smart have played against each other. I'm actually kind of flaking on if they've played recently. In fact, I could only find a result between these two going back to 2018. The 2018 Tetris Attack tournament, where Bbforky took care of business. So we're gonna hopefully see a lot more interesting matchups as these tournaments go on. We are making some new history here, puzzlers, and I hope you tune in for all of it. But we will begin with Beefin, Razorflame, Bbforky, ilikebeingsmart, and these 2 matchups in round 1 will be coming at you right now. Let's get some audio from somewhere. I think listening to Beefin for this first race will be good. And as explained earlier, all 4 players had to agree to a level to play first, and we will be playing on the normal level to start. This one has 11 stages, and I've got some interesting facts to share about how normal mode has been played in these tournaments once I get these players off and running. So give me a second to get these players ready to go. Timers are counting down on screen. We are ready for game 1 of these best of 3 matches. On top is the 3 seed, the thebfin314, and the 14 seed Razorflame. And on the bottom, it is the 6 seed Bbforky going against the 11 seed ilikebeingsmart. Game 1 is underway. So we do have 11 stages out of the full suite of 12 in this normal speedrun. in my experience, if you are able to send 6 to 7 lines of garbage quickly enough to all these foes, they should go down in 20 seconds or less, and we are seeing a lot of 16-second results from our players for this first stage. Razorflame took a little bit extra to get things started, but still came out with a respectable 22. Now, just for a little bit of an idea of how normal mode has been playing during these tournaments, I have been kind of telling people that you need to get around 7 minutes as a benchmark for finishing all of your runs. The average time it has taken for someone to win a normal race in the past 2 open tournaments is actually a shade under 650. And the normal races have been incredibly close, incredibly highly contested between the higher and lower seeds. In fact, the higher seed in these normal races has a record of 5-4. So whether we'll see a win on the left side or the right side on each of these matches is actually kind of up in the air. Right now, it is thebfin getting off to the faster start against Razorflame, and Bbforky is managing to get by with a 21-second Poochy. Smart showing off her love for Stray Kids and their newest album. Barely getting a 30-second something Poochy on that stage. And yes, prepare to blame Poochy for a lot of what is going to happen today. Some people wish for Poochy to go away as fast as possible, but Bbforky told Wiggler to go away as fast as possible there with that 14. Like, sub-15 normal stages are actually kind of hard to come by. Might be able to keep track of how many of those all of our players get. Besides Wiggler, we will deal with next month, and I will have a bit of an announcement on when that Wiggler tournament will be happening at the conclusion of tomorrow's show. So I just noticed that thebfin did not start his timer, which will not be a big deal, I suspect. I think thebfin just absolutely laying the wood on these opponents, and with that 13-second blarg, we'll be taking a full stage lead over our 14 seed. And again, Smart struggling to get a stage going, has a 30-second Froggy. Meanwhile, Bbforky has to deal with a chaining blarg. That is not the kind of luck you need to see from these opponents. These opponents don't actually learn how to chain until the very end. Kamek, the last opponent of normal mode, has the capability of setting up chains, but hardly any of them have the speed to do just that. So we may not see too much chaining from these opponents in these normal races. And we see Blarg terrorizing our opponents in game, and our resident manifestation of Blarg, Tetris Attacker, is terrorizing the live chat. We definitely have our headcanon when it comes to many of the characters in this game. Or like this in Pokemon Puzzle League, for that matter. Oh no, Smart has a Lungefish that's down to row 2. Smart having to send all the combos at the end to basically crush Lungefish out of existence. And that is giving Bbforky an opportunity to take a full stage lead heading into the Cave of Wickedness, where thebfin has already dispatched Hookbill in 13 seconds. Absolutely amazing play from Bbforky so far. We might be seeing a finish time under 6:30 if this keeps up. Oh, this is a nice big chain from Bbforky, and it's enough for a 14. Like, some stages will make you want to send 4 chains, 5 chains, 6 chains. Like, once you get past the 5 chain, the shake from the garbage that is made from the chain doesn't actually increase. And if the screen is shaking, then you can't actually lose. So, you know, once you get past the 5 chain, might as well go nuts and go as big on the chain as you need to top off these opponents. Topping them off is the most important goal. Alright, Bbforky having to make up a 4 chain is still a couple of rows short. Bbforky will be looking for something else to try and finish off Kamek here, but his lead is very comfortable. And we are clocked in with Bbforky at 6:30 on the nose. So well done for Bbforky. That will be giving him the first star. Well done from Bbforky. Bbforky trying to get this Kamek under control. Kamek starting to chain off of transformed garbage. Anytime that happens, it's just pure luck. These foes don't ever know how to react decisively to transformed garbage. And there is Bbforky done with a 7-19. And that will give our 6th seed star number 1. Let's take a listen in to Razorflame as they finish their attempt. It takes a little bit of time for some people to find the right combos and chains to send these opponents. Oh, Razor was 1 row short. Oh, that's unfortunate. That is a stage that Kamek really made Razor dig deep into. 3 lines. Unreal. Razorflame will finish with an 8-21. And ilikebeingsmart still has 1 stage to go, so she's really been struggling to really get a good chain started. And once you lose a little bit of ground starting the chain, you're just going to be losing time all over the place as these foes get to more matches and make you need even more to top off the opponents. That Kamek is down to row 2. Oh my goodness. We do not need that right now. We do not need Kamek going down this low. Oh, Kamek is getting chains off of transformed garbage. Alright, into downstacking mode. ilikebeingsmart is done at a 9:34. Smart definitely not pleased with that performance, but there is a chance yet for her to redeem herself and Razorflame to get a little bit of revenge, as they will decide between easy and hard which level we will be playing next. Welcome back to the booth, Tolker. What is up? How excited are you to see these races today?
Oh, I'm incredibly excited. I was about to try qualifying, but unfortunately, time was not on my side for this one specifically. But I will be making a comeback appearance soon. But what better way to come back than commentating? Support everybody.
Oh, for sure. Like everyone that's been playing in the previous tournaments is here for this one. We only have room to go up from here, right?
Hell yeah, absolutely.
So we are getting our players set up for this next race. Tolker, what have you been able to catch from these tournaments so far? What has gotten you the most excited?
Well, I mean, last tournament we had those 1 second robs from Skill on 6, which were absolute clenchers of match that were incredibly exciting. Aside from that, I've been trying to catch here and there any type of the actions that I can see. There have been some very, very exciting close matches, and I'm hoping that we'll get to see some more of that today.
Alright, we are playing the hard level for Game 2. We will be seeing all 12 stages in this run. Hard mode has been a little bit on the kind of lopsided side, actually, I will say, as these players are about to get ready to start this Game 2. The average time it has taken our players to win a hard race in these open tournaments so far has been 7:36, and the first player has actually won 9 out of the 12 races in total.
Woo!
So if that trend continues, we could be in for a set of double sweeps, Tolker.
Well, let's see what the players have in store for us. We have Bbforky with 1 win against Razorflame Bbforky with 1 game against ilikebeingsmart. Let's see if we're going to have a comeback story today or if we're going to be having sweeps, as you've called them.
Indeed, it is a must-win race for the right side, as this is a single elimination tournament. You lose the match, you are out. And both players on the right looking to avoid elimination as timers are counting down. It is time to start Game 2.
Hell yeah, I see everybody's taking their start off for hard mode. Let's go, let's go.
Okay, we're seeing a little bit of a display from Bbforky here at the start, showing the lag chains that could be necessary to win at these levels.
Beautiful double 5s in that chain, and very quick 12-second kill. Absolutely fantastic.
Oh yes, any time under 15 seconds will be amazing to see in this level. And Bbforky the only one not having a hard time with this first hard stage. Everyone else had to struggle to get a stage going. Bbforky settling for a 33. Smart going into the 40s.
With a 25.
Oh my goodness, Bbforky is running away with this game. 12-11 to start. That is actually insane.
Absolutely insane. Bbforky has been practicing all the difficulties for this tournament, so I am very well aware that he is absolutely prepared for this. We see Bbforky following with a 16 on his race with ilikebeingsmart. We have still Razorflame and ilikebeingsmart. Razorflame out with 30, and ilikebeingsmart here just a line short to get that 16. She is sending a lag chain here, very beautiful to fulfill that end, and hopefully, unfortunately gets it clear.
An unfortunate stage for Smart. I do recommend on hard mode to send 6 lines of garbage to most of these opponents. If you're able to send that fast enough, it should be fine. But it seemed like no matter what Smart did there, her stage required 7 lines. And there we go. Razorflame a line short there, gets the 6th line down, gets the win, but now has fallen a full stage behind Bbforky as Bbforky passes the first third with just over 2 minutes. Quite the pace from our 3 seed right now.
That is an insane pace here for Beefin. He's truly trying to set these records and put his statistics at a good pace. We see a very nice 9 combo coming out from Forky there on his chain. Let's hope that is enough for him to top off his Wiggler. It is for a 12-second Wiggler on his side. And Beefin gets a 13 frog, just sweeping. Moving along very quickly.
From my recollection, Beefin's only had one stage over 15 seconds so far. Beefin has really shown what it takes to win at this level. And okay, Beefin, okay. Oh, how dare you, game, not reward Beefin for that swift of a lag chain. Still got to get a 14 out of it, but really the game should have done him a little bit better.
Razorflame out of Wiggler at 46, finally moving out of there. Unfortunately, did get quite a few clears. And Forky moving out of Frog at 28, with ilikebeingsmart moving out of Wiggler at 25.
So up top, we're already seeing a patent-pending 2-stage lead for Beefin, and Forky has a 1 full stage lead over Smart. Like Tolker, based on your hard mode experiences, what do you think it's going to take for these right side players to come back?
Well, you know, hard side, while it's not as intense as V-Hard, does have its own share of jank on those later stages, and if the players aren't careful and they're a bit slow on some of their sends, they will be losing sometimes to random clears that will happen. Let's see if both Razorflame and ilikebeingsmart can capitalize on those clears that their opponents get and be able to push their advantage a little bit there, and be able to hopefully recover some of the advantages these players have as they move on.
And honestly, it might take more stages from Forky and Beefin, like we just saw from that lungefish from Beefin. Lungefish gave Beefin a lag 4 chain. Like, these foes don't actually know how to chain at this level, so that is just purely luck based that Beefin got that stage. Oh, that's gonna leave a bit of a sour note in his mouth, for sure.
Beefin getting 2 lines short and then getting cleared by Raven with another comfortable clear being at the top right. Let's see if he sees the lack chain, chain being done at the 2nd tier. Unfortunately for Raph, he did not get to that tier 2, but 30 seconds on that Raph, that's definitely making a dent. We can see that the stage lead has gone to 1.5 for Razorflame. This jank can make the difference for these players if they can use it effectively. Let's see if they can actually use this recovery.
And don't look now, but Bbforky just finished Raphael in 12 seconds, effectively taking the lead in this entire matchup, maybe making a statement for the next round, as the winners of these matches will be playing each other later today.
ilikebeingsmart, however, is no slouch. She got an 18-second lungefish, and hopefully with this Raph, she's going to be quickly making back on that difference that she has with Forky at the moment. Healthy chain. Bit of a recovery there. Let's see if that is enough. A small clear for Raph. However, he is stopped off here and will go down in 16 seconds. Very nice.
Well done indeed, but is it too little too late? Bbforky is rolling on, getting to a bit of that patent-pending 2-stage lead with that 16-second Piranha Plant. Beefin even having his own struggles with Hookbill, giving Razorflame a little bit of hope to come back, but right now it is our defending Open champion looking to make a statement to repeat.
Yeah, absolutely. We saw a very nice little lack chain there for Razorflame, but unfortunately I think he had some colorful conflict which did not allow him to continue it further. He is still a little bit short. One more line, still right there, 34. Luckily, Raph didn't get that green clear. We see a 16-second Kamek. I haven't realized this, but actually Forky has passed Beefin on this race. He's moving along very quickly to Bowser. Even though they aren't racing amongst themselves, it is still very, very fascinating to see this side by side. 14-second Kamek going out for Bbforky. Let's see what this players do for these few final stages of the cave.
Alright, Bbforky looking to put the dagger in this match. Gets a 5-chain, nice 3 rows of combos. Bowser has learned to chain, as has Kamek, so there's going to be a little bit of time being wasted, but not enough. Bbforky takes game 2 with a hard time of 7:28.
Beautiful, beautiful run by Bbforky. We see ilikebeingsmart getting out of plan at 36. 36 also for Razorflame on his hook build, but 17 second is and that's all she wrote for the Bbforky. 740. Very, very nice hard time still right there.
Very respectable, about within the average winning times for the left side. Bbforky clocking in officially at 7:28. So the thebfin314 officially 7:41. So why not? We go ahead and give these players. Let's start with Bbforky getting star number 2 and the win. And then as ilikebeingsmart finishes her final stage, definitely wish her well with the future tournaments. But Bbforky proving to be too strong on this day, and so Bbforky will be taking home star number 2 and the win.
Indeed, but let's see our players still close out these matches strong. We see ilikebeingsmart topping off Bowser, already ready to clean this for herself at a 29, and that's going to be the end of it. Let's see how Razorflame intends to finish off Kamek and then Bowser. We have a little bit of a chain going on here. Nice extension, nice extension. You don't need that much, buddy. Going all the way as far as he can. He's just showing off at this point. Extend just for the fans at home.
It is swag time here now that the match is decided. Razorflame is often the person I've seen that will try to completely flatten their stack before raising it and getting off to their chain. So on average, Razor does tend to spend a little extra time making chains, but when they do, they have shown in plenty of situations that they are capable of going very big.
I can completely understand Razorflame. It is a habit that I had before I started changing the way that I play, and it really helps you see those chains and combo setups if you aren't used to them. But beautiful lag chain coming in here from Razorflame, trying to end this on a beautiful note, and he gets a crush kill for 32 seconds on that Bowser. Fantastic finish there. Beautiful, beautiful play.
Absolutely slammed was Bowser in the light of Razor's chain. So Razorflame, unfortunately, will be finishing here with a 10-27. Hope to see Razor again in the future tournaments. He actually qualified for the Lakitu Open, our first tournament, but could not play due to issues. Now we see Razorflame in their first tournament, and we are glad to have them here.
Well, that is the beauty of these tournaments, right? That is that we have them so often now that you will find a moment where you can participate and hopefully qualify for the bigger one when we reach Bowser.
All right, let's make these results official as only we can. thebfin314, Bbforky sweeping 2-0, and will be playing each other in the easy to V hard format in the next round. What kind of reaction what kind of reaction from Bbforky does that say about his thoughts on Poochy?
He definitely is celebrating the Poochy Open here with that high five. He believes Poochy is on his side. We get the blank stare coming from Bbforky, just staring right into her souls as we congratulate him on his win.
Indeed. Let's take a look at our brackets and confirm how these results will play out. And yes, Bbfin and Forky will be playing each other in the next round. These two have been in the mix for the whole title in the previous two tournaments, Tolker. How much are you looking forward to seeing these two clash?
That is something that I'm really looking forward to, especially because in these times we had, I think, Forky just edging it out over Bbfin. However, it would very likely go to Game 3. And I would rather see these guys go into semifinals, but since we're going to be seeing them in quarterfinals, I am very interested in see what strategies they're going to use for the 3 difficulties and how this is going to affect each of their standing.
Indeed, one of these players will only be able to escape this tournament with 1 point towards their major tournament standing, while Forky doesn't have a whole lot to worry about and due to having an automatic win. Bbfin definitely eyeing that automatic win to be secured with a top 8 seed. So I am making sure that our players are all here for the next set of matchups that we will be playing. We'll be trying to get through all doubleheaders all day to make sure that we get the first 2 rounds in their entirety. And next up, I believe all of our players are free for this next matchup. We will go to Yuki Saka, the newest tournament sensation, taking on GamerX459, as well as 6 taking on Skell. Tolker, are you excited for these 2 matchups?
I am absolutely very, very excited for this 2 matchups. I'm hoping that the 6 versus Skell brings the same amount of energy and drama as it did with the previous one. And I am excited to see how Yuki Saka has grown, because I know that he's been growing in the Gremlin Pit and taking everyone's advice to just push himself forward, as well as to see how GamerX459 has changed his strategies, if he has at all, and to see how he's going to be performing against this rising star. It's absolutely going to be very, very interesting games all around.
My goodness, every player in this section has the opportunity to make it to the semi-final round tomorrow, but only one of them will ultimately walk away with that. We will see which 2 will get to fight for that semi-final spot by them playing in round 1 against each other right after this. So stay tuned. You are watching the League of Puzzle Speedrunners Tetris Attack Speedrun Tournament 2025 Poochy Open.